Hey gamers, great news. It looks like we might be finally getting an update on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 later on in June. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel once again. I am Robert Storms. If you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up and subscribe button. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about an update on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. This is one of the most anticipated games to come out in the next few years. We've been anticipating any type of an announcement for this game ever since the release of Part 1, and it looks like we're finally going to get an official statement regarding the development of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 in June. So the article comes from IGN, and it's from the director Nomura, and he said that in a live stream of the Final Fantasy VII spin-off First Soldier, if you guys played that, First Soldier, it's a spin-off type, I would say, like maybe something like Fortnite in the Final Fantasy VII universe. It's on mobile, and he said in a live stream that they're going to be, he said his exact words right here, next month we are planning to publish information related to Final Fantasy VII's 25th anniversary. I wonder how much I'm allowed to share about it. Next month we will publish various things. So that automatically gets a lot of fans, including fans like me, hyped up, thinking, okay, we're definitely going to get some Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 news, and that's something that we've all been dying. Yes, we're looking forward to Final Fantasy 16. It's one of my most anticipated games, but with that comes Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. It's been a highly anticipated game ever since the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we just want to kind of get some information. We don't expect this game to be released in 2022. I wouldn't be surprised if this game doesn't get released to late 2023, early 2024, but to get some sort of news is what we're looking for when it comes to this game. Now, he says in the article, in the quote, that they have various different things that they're going to publish. So I would probably think that we're going to get some more information on the Before Crisis game, which is supposed to be a mobile type game as well. Hopefully, I would really like, for me personally, to see those games ported either to PC or maybe Nintendo Switch or different consoles. I don't like how everything is just ported to phones. I would like to play my games on a screen. So I would hope that, you know, if he does have an announcement for Before Crisis or the spin-off First Soldier, that they're going to eventually come over to consoles or at least PC at the very least. So I'm expecting to see some kind of information on Final Fantasy VII Remake, Before Crisis, and maybe some more information on First Soldier, because he did say in the article there's going to be a lot of Final Fantasy VII things being published to help promote and basically celebrate, rather, Final Fantasy VII's 25th anniversary. 25th anniversary. I feel absolutely old right now. I remember still as a kid playing Final Fantasy VII, you know, crowded around with my friends on this little box TV, playing Final Fantasy VII for the first time, and it changed my life. It made me the Final Fantasy and RPG fan, JRPG fan that I am today. So I'm very much looking forward to this announcement later on next month. I'm curious to what he's going to talk about, what Square Enix is going to bring to this announcement, and hopefully it's good when it comes to the gaming. Like I don't expect a release date, but maybe a trailer on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, that would be really good. I thought the Yuffie DLC and integrated on the PlayStation 5 was fantastic, you know, so hopefully we get a trailer for Part 2 and maybe something more when it comes to Before Crisis, because Before Crisis looks very, very interesting, and it looks like a game that's going to be really fun to play and is supposed to like take over the whole course of the Final Fantasy VII universe. I would love, even though I don't believe this would happen, I would love to have a Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core remastered coming to a console. Like, I think Crisis Core would work so good on the Nintendo Switch. Don't know if that's something Square Enix is going to do. Maybe have an announcement where it's going to be on the PlayStation Plus premium package. But Crisis Core is just a phenomenal game, and I personally would love that game to be remastered. If they can remaster Type 0 from the PSP and put it on a console, I think they could do the same thing with Crisis Core. I would love to see Crisis Core come over, but that's just me, just being a fan and hoping for the best. But I do think we're going to get some information that's guaranteed is going to be First Soldier, Before Crisis, and Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. So that's all the news that I have, guys. As you can tell, I'm really excited for this announcement. Big Final Fantasy fan, big Final Fantasy VII fan as well. But I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave those comments in the comment box below. Tell me what you think about this announcement. What do you think some of your predictions are going to be, what we're going to see? Leave those comments below. Be sure to smash that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the content. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.